Kriss Vector right here was really my first good quality gel ball blaster. So, it was really the first high-end one that was sent to me. It was definitely one of the first really popular ones years ago in Australia for what I've been told. And then obviously when they started selling blasters in the USA, this was really popular. So I got it. It was sent from China. Took a long time. But I really thought it was cool because obviously the design and everything that came with. Now, you can see here, I've shown this before. Obviously, it's got the full rail on it, which is a common thing that you'll see people do. It's pretty readily available to find different versions of this long rail on 3D sites. And then it has the strike face adapter, or I guess the strike face kit, if you want to say, on there. So I really liked it. However, the mag, it's always really small, right? It even looks bigger than it is, but it didn't hold a bunch of gels. And then the battery compartment's pretty tiny. So I did have a battery extending piece that I had printed initially on there, and that worked okay. But what I really wanted was a double drum magazine for it, so that I could have tons of ammo, right? So you can see this. This was sent to me by AKGELBLASTER.com. They ship that from USA, so you'll get it fast. So if you do have a Vector, I think that you should go ahead and get the double drum mag from them there. And you can see it's got a little switch down here, so you can switch the side that it's pulling from. So you do have to do that if you use up one drum, switch to the other side. All right, so very cool. And that's, of course, how you load it. So since I was getting that from AKGELBLASTER.com, I thought, let me redo the Kriss Vector as well, right? So a new piece I printed. This isn't finished painting and everything. Finished work isn't done on it yet. But this will basically replace that strike face and go right there, right? So it'll line up with those existing screws that are already there. And then, in fact, the rail should still be able to be used. So I do plan on reusing the long rail just because it's pretty much made for this. Got a little rail, bottom rail here to go with my grip. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the grip there, but I was kind of thinking of like a Hera style grip because I think that would look kind of cool with it. So we're going to see what happens with that. All right, so let me move some things out of the way. The other thing I thought I would do at the same time is I saw a cool, different way to have battery on there. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the mag, or the double drum here in so that I can show you how this fits. And then here is going to be for my mag. And actually, this silver piece, it would go up here. And again, it's just kind of add some color and tie in this. And then since we're going to have some silver in a few other places, or gray, whatever we want to call this color. And this is where your battery is going to go in here. So this would click in like this, right? So you can see now, kind of just completes that look. This is the removable piece for the battery to get in there. And then to lock everything in place is going to be this piece right here. And that's just going to screw in. I'll use some heat inserts, and then this will just kind of bolt into that, because that'll really hold it on there nice and tight. And then since I was using that piece in gray, that's why I thought I'd go ahead and have this piece up here like this, and everything will look flush. And that just, goes on there like that. And actually right now, that's pressure fitting on there so good, I don't think I need any sort of pin to hold the bottom on. So again, we do have a little bit of finished work. It looks like I had a small drip there. I got to sand and paint. But that way, that'll go on right there like that. That'll hold it on there nice and tight. This is really just for looks, to tie some gray in. I have a gray rail, and might put some gray side rails on there too. All right, so there it is. It's going to be my new upgraded Kriss Vector. Obviously, I'm going to do some sort of inner, I guess we'd call it an inner handguard or an outer barrel on the inside of this piece as well that'll extend out. One thing to remember, at least with my Kriss Vector, and I believe it's with most of them, is the threaded tip on this is actually counterclockwise. Everything else I've ever seen has been 14 millimeter counterclockwise. This is 14 millimeter clockwise. So for me, that's not a big deal. I can easily print adapter for that and switch that. But for those of you who don't have a printer, just something to consider. So comments, questions, post them below. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in the monthly giveaways.